Hello, Taurus. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your love reading for the next 2 weeks, the end of August. We're going to take a look at who might be coming towards you, their energy, plus the Aries through Pisces. I'll dive deep with the person that's on your mind and look at their actions towards you and their feelings. And if you have a question on your mind, I will do a bonus yes, no at the end. So let's see what's in the cards for Taurus today. Right. Hello, everybody that's here. Thank you for bringing your energy. All right. Bull in a china shop. I couldn't even say that. It feels like it's Mercury retrograde. But that was a hard one. Bull in a china shop day time. All right. Let's see the energy. Let's see the energy around this love situation. What's going on? Don't forget to say happy birthday to Leo if you want to win a personal reading. I do that every month. All right, Taurus. Taurus the bull. My bull gang. Oh, you got losing some sleep over here. Somebody's losing some sleep. Let's see what's going on. We all need some sleep. Time to get some rest. All right. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. You got a lot going on. All right. So it does seem like something is up in the air when it comes to your relationship. You know, it's like, am I moving forward? Are we moving forward? Are we going backward? Or we just have a lot going on? And, you know, you got it. When I see this card, you know, and I see the Nine of Swords, sometimes I'm like, you know, you just never know when the storm's going to end, or you never know what the next step is, and you just got to kind of hang on. You just got to make it through this moment that's happening. Right, there's a lot going on. You might be juggling a lot. You might be juggling jobs, juggling life, juggling relationships, who knows, right? And it's, you know, it's weighing on you. Your mind's all over the place. You know, and it's like this card is a reminder for me that you're just doing it. You're just doing it. You're just doing life. All right. And sometimes we can make some, you know, decisions, some poor decisions. Sometimes we can put our focus too much in one area. And, you know, once, you know, it's like a domino effect. You got some anxiety. Next thing you know, you're panicking over everything. Right. But you're doing it, right? This card is saying you're moving forward. Your relationship is moving forward. You might not know whether you're taking 10 steps back or 8, you know, a step forward, or where things are going, but you know, you just got to maintain, right? You're kind of riding some sort of rocky wave right now is what it feels like. And it feels uncertain and uncomfortable for you because you're somebody that does not like the ocean. You want to be grazing out in the field, right? You don't want to be floating around. Oh, well, you know, I look at my manatees as kind of, you know, maybe you are a water bull, right? But a water cow. But I am seeing here, though, that I don't think you like the instability, but it is going to work itself out. You're on a good path here. So let's see your energy. We got the Page of Swords, right? So there is a sense here of, you know, there's just a lot going on. This is like, you know, you can't be prepared for everything. You can't know what's going to come all the time, right? You just got to kind of adapt and go with the flow, right? You know, maybe you're wanting things to be prepared. You want to know everything. You got to know everything before it happens. You know, like I said, things are up in the air and you just don't have all the answers right now. And the Page of Swords is like, you just got to go for it. You know, you just got to trust, really basically here, that you're doing the best you can right now with what's being given. I don't like the instability, though. I know you don't. I know my Tauruses. Look at this, the obstacle, the Four of Wands, right? You know, so a lot of this has to do with your foundation. Again, you like stability, you like your security, you want your home life in place. All right, maybe some of you, it's up in the air about whether or not a relationship is, you know, going to be strong, stable. Are we on the same page? Are we going in the same direction? You know, and the answer that I'm getting so far with the cards on the table is yes. All right. There seems to be, you've walked through the doorway, the Ace of Pentacles, you're talking to somebody, you're connected to somebody, you feel good about somebody, or somebody is in your energy and you're like, you know, I don't know what to do with this, but I know that I'm here. And so I just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Right now, your obstacle is you are building a foundation. You know, maybe some of you, you know, you're moving. Maybe some of you, you're moving into a new relationship. Maybe some of you, this is just a big time in your life and it's different. It's a different relationship. It's a different kind of person. And like I said, the Page of Swords, it might not be your norm. And you really got to be prepared for anything. All right. Things can happen all the time. So let's see the energy of the person coming towards you and what their obstacle is. All right. We've got the Eight of Cups. All right. So this is, but it's coming towards you. And we got the Two of Wands. So you have somebody here headed your way, but you might be dealing with somebody that also, it feels like they're unstable for you. You don't know if they're running or they're coming or going. All right. And maybe some of you are feeling a little uncertain about somebody. You feel like, you know, they have options, right? And you have the Two of Wands here, your person. No, your person here, you got the twos showing up. It just feels like, you know, slowing down and trusting in the process. It looks like you're dealing with somebody that you can't quite always read. Like I said, they're always running, they're always going, they're always doing something. They're always focusing on, you know, other things. Maybe it doesn't seem like you get all their attention. Maybe sometimes you feel like they're abandoning you or they're not paying attention to you. And the Two of Wands tells me that this person also might be trying to find some sort of closure with something else in their life. All right, the Two of Wands, right? Something sparked between you and I, but I have this I'm trying to close up over here, or you have something you got to close up. All right, so things can feel a little unstable in the beginning stages like this because there's other situations going on, and it's like you guys aren't 100% focused on one another. So this is bringing in some sort of like, which way are we going? It looks like this person wants to move forward with you. All right, they are on the fence here. It's like, I gotta, you know, this is uncomfortable for me too. All right, but I'm wanting to move, but you might be a couple steps ahead. You're wanting stability right now, and your person here could be kind of a, you know, a little bit hesitant, a little bit more hesitant to just jump into a commitment. All right, this could be somebody that will drive you crazy, especially if you feel like everything's up in the air, Taurus. Your personality does not like that. All right. Now I understand you're not all Taurus. You have all kinds of other, you know, we all know this, right? But the generalization here, Taurus wants what's happening. All right. That's it. Don't mess around with me. All right. But you have a person here that seems to maybe go back and forth a little bit and hesitant to just jump in, or, you know, or 1 minute they're doing this, the next minute they seem like they're in another planet, right? And you just feel like, you know, you constantly don't know exactly what's happening. But what I do see here is you got somebody who is seeing the future with you, seeing something moving towards you, you know, kind of going back and forth a little bit on what it is, you know, I want to do next. Right? It looks like you're a step ahead, or you're needing to know what happens next. All right, so you can be prepared for it. And in this situation, there's just no preparation. It's just really, you just got to kind of hang on and be flexible. Just work with what you're being given here, especially if you feel like there's a lot of potential here, and you guys will learn to adapt to this situation. All right, what do they want? We got the Five of Cups, and we got, you know, the Five of Wands, and we got the Knight of Wands. All right, so it looks like somebody here is wanting to fight for this. They're very attracted to you. They're very much focused on moving forward, very ambitious energy. But also it seems as though they don't want you to feel bad or feel hurt or feel like they're trying to hurt you. Right? It doesn't feel like this person is. It feels like you're dealing with a fire energy and your earth energy. So you may have somebody that doesn't always think before they react, right? Or they make decisions, or they impulsively walk away, or they get distracted, or under pressure, this person with the Five of Wands, they may go their own way, right? So it feels like you got somebody here that does tend to avoid sometimes their problems. All right. And that can be very frustrating to you. It can feel like, you're not being heard. Your feelings aren't getting met, right? Feeling sad, feeling upset. All right. But you do have this energy of somebody here that's very much fast paced, very much, go getter, goes after things, right? Or just reacts, right? Very dramatic energy. And again, we have this flip flopping back and forth that's driving you mad. I don't feel like this person here wants you to feel this way. They don't like seeing you sad. They don't like seeing you upset, but they also may see that you kind of hold on to things from the past. All right. If this is even a new relationship, this person may feel like you bring up a lot from the past, or you're still holding on to something from the past, and there's constant struggle or challenges with you kind of letting go of something. All right. So I am seeing that. Now, there could be some jealousy. There could be some competition between the two of you. There could be a power struggle between the two of you. And, this is what is going back and forth, back and forth. There could be some, a little bit of control and energy, because you've got to know all the answers. You've got to know what's going on. And you may get pulled into frustrations or arguments with this person because of misjudging or misreading each other. It's, and that's the thing here. That's this energy. This person doesn't want this. I can feel it. They don't want this. So what else does Spirit want you to know? You have the Ten of Cups. It feels like this is a relationship that's worth fighting for. And Spirit is saying the Ten of Cups, all families and family potentials, they battle, right? And the Four of Wands, Taurus, things aren't going to stay the same every day. Things are not going to stay the same every day. So one day it might be like this. The next day it might be something different. You're dealing with somebody who's probably a mutable sign, or it just not a fixed energy. You're dealing with somebody here who it can change, who's flexible, somebody here who is just not consistent with you. It's their nature to just kind of be in flux like that, and that frustrates you because you need routine and the same every single day, so it's consistency so you can build trust. All right. And that's gonna, again, the Ten of Cups is showing you guys have the potential to make it happen, but it's really about mutual understanding and being able to adapt to this person's personality. All right. It seems as though a little bit, you give this person a little bit of a leash, they'll go for a little bit, but they'll come back around. They're not going very far. All right, is what I'm seeing. Anything else Spirit wants you to know? I do see the Ten of Swords, and I do see the Tower card. So what I am seeing here, though, too, is that some of you may have dealt with a serious breakup recently, or some serious trauma recently, maybe a divorce, or maybe some of you are dealing with a divorce, or this is what your person is going through right now, or potential. And so there is a sense of, it's really hard to tell where this is going to go right now. Like I said, there's a lot going on maybe behind the scenes here in both of your lives that is creating it, that's causing it to be a little bit unstable. And that's where the Two of Pentacles is telling me you just got to kind of go work with what you got right now. There's so much potential in this relationship, but you're trying to climb through the fire. You're trying to work through the currents right now. And that's what I got for you, Taurus. So let's see what the Love Oracle has for you. I have Aries and I have Scorpio energy. I have fire. I have Sag. And you've got the twos, man. So you're building this union. You're at the beginning stages. I have secrets and deception here for some of you too. So with this Tower and this Ten of Swords, this could be what some of you are up against. Your person's feeling like, Taurus, we want to move forward. We got to work together. Are we going to be able to get past this? If both of you guys, if there's other relationships or stuff like that, that's a whole nother story. But I'm seeing our story isn't over yet. It's just beginning. All right. And, you deserve better than me. So somebody, and I miss you. So somebody might even feel like, I don't know how you're even putting up with me. right, Taurus? So there is a lot going on behind the scenes here, and this story is just beginning. So even if this is a new or past, whatever, it's just showing me here that you guys are working through some, some very rocky moments right now. And this is going to test your ability to get to that happily ever after, right? It's a family dynamic. This person feels at home with you. It feels like you guys got something worth fighting for, all right? So let's see Aries through Pisces and see what I get for each zodiac sign. All right, so I'm going to shuffle 3 different Aries through Pisces. 3 different decks. So this is for, pick Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever you feel called to. But it's not all going to match. It's not all going to resonate. So when you try to piece all the pieces together, you might drive yourself nuts. All right. So let's see. Aries through Pisces. I'm doing 3 decks, so just give me a sec. The person that is on your mind, Taurus. The person that is on your mind. Oh. All right, one more deck. All right, so if you're connected to an Aries, Taurus, all right, their thoughts, feelings, and actions, all right, they want to clear something up with you, all right, but right now it does seem like you got to run in energy here, all right, you guys just keep Aries, you guys, 5 of Swords, it's just like constantly bickering, constantly creating tension or fighting about something, not trusting each other. Now, it's like their feelings though, the Ace of Swords, they're like, we got to find a way through this. We got to figure something out so we can get past this. And it's like, I need some time away. All right, we have Scorpio energy here, and we're seeing, secrets. Destiny may have taken you guys or is taking you guys down different paths right now. It's like, it looks like your Aries is saying, this is the best move right now. Maybe we both need to go our own ways. We can't seem to find common ground here. I want to. I don't want to lose this. I really think about you, and it's taken me a minute. But I feel like right now, in order for things to change, we really got to go our own ways. Taurus, you have the Knight of Swords and your feelings, 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Cups. You got 2, 2, 2. All right, so you and another Taurus, right? You guys know what you want, all right? You guys get along great. You guys seem like you're going to work it out. You're going to figure out how to make it work. The 2 of Cups, it's like a beginning of a relationship here. And even with your reading in this is like you have the 3 of Pentacles here, and you have the 2 of Pentacles. It's like, Taurus, you're gonna make this work. It will work. It just seems like you're going through some sort of, like, all of a sudden there's a rainstorm coming and the waves are picking up, and it's like, you're kind of bobbling around there and you don't know what the hell, right? And it just feels like you're about to embark on you're going to get past this. The universe has got your back here. And the 2 of Cups is, this person here, you and this person, you're like, man, we're on the same page. You're worth it to me, right? And I check on you from afar. So I'm always checking on you. And I have Aries energy. So fierce energy, very passionate energy between you and another Taurus. All right. And we have Gemini, 2 of Pentacles. So it could be a you and a Gemini learning how, come on, you and a Gemini, Earth and Air, Ace of Pentacles, and their actions towards you is the Star. And we have finances could be a problem. They could have a couple jobs going on. They could be dealing with money and things like that. They're struggling, right? They're going through some transformation. So this is telling me here, though, that you and Gemini are completely different. Certain problems that might be easy for you might be difficult for Gemini, or you guys just deal with things differently. All right. So what I am seeing here, though, is about being flexible. Gemini really is invested in this and does want to see where things go. They desire to see where the future goes with you. Cancer is thinking about how much they really care about you and giving you an offer, but they know you don't trust them, right? So they could be, I feel you, holding back their feelings. And it looks as though, you know, the challenges you guys feel very karmic. You feel like you're destined to be together, and there's trust issues between the two of you. And it's like you guys love each other. This person has, you have them, you're in their heart, right? Maybe they keep their options open or they're non-committal, but that sucks because there's no trust here in this relationship, but yet there's a lot of love here. All right. And they feel you. So you guys met for a reason. You guys are going through a learning period, really helping each other grow. And so this is to be continued with a Cancer. Leo. We have King of Wands, we have Temperance card, and we have the 10 of Wands, all right? So it looks like you and a Leo, all right? Leo's showing up in their confident way, big heart. They have a lot of love for you. The feelings, though, the temperament, the temperance, it just feels like you guys have different, you know, different personalities, earth and fire, all right? The 10 of Wands, you guys have some heavy energy. You guys have been through a lot, or you guys, you know, things get too difficult between the two of you. And this can work, but you got to figure out how to work with each other. I have sexual fantasies about you, the strong sexual connection here, and listen to the guidance of your soul when it comes to a Leo. And it seems like you guys have what it takes to make it work, but you guys really put a lot of stress on one another. Virgo, we have Wheel of Fortune, we have the Page of Wands, and we have 10 of Swords. You're taking a chance with Virgo. It looks like I feel like I'm not good enough for you. It looks like you've been down this road with them before. You're very attracted to them. They're very attracted to you. It's very sexual and flirty energy, but, you know, it looks karmic. It's coming back around. It looks like you've been down this road before, and the 10 of Swords tells me it's probably going to end in the same way. Libra, Knight of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So you got a Libra here that wants to confess their feelings. All right, they're missing you. They're very jealous and possessive if you're with somebody or talking to somebody. And it feels like they're very low without you. All right, they're missing your energy. So you have messages coming in from a Libra. Scorpio, Judgment card, 8 of Wands. And the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. Scorpio feeling you. Scorpio knows what they want. The 8 of Wands, very passionate, all right? But the Judgment card, they may pass judgment. They may be quick. They may be, everything's urgent, or they may be very intense, all right? Because that's a very intense Scorpio energy here. And there could be distance between the two of you, or you guys feel distant, all right? But the Sun card is showing up, and I'm seeing a lot of love and strength here between you and Scorpio, all right? So things move in here, and a Scorpio following their heart. It looks like communication coming in. Sagittarius, the Death card, the 5 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. Now, you know, Sagittarius may feel like, you know, things are really not going anywhere. It's time to let things go, but they still want to be friends. They still want to hang out. Please be patient with me. And we have Gemini energy. So I still want to stay connected with you. I want to keep the lines of communication open up. You know, I'm sorry for the way I've acted. You know, I might be dealing with some grief. It's really hard for me to move on. But like I said, Sag feels like they still want to stay connected with you. Capricorn, 5 of Pentacles, the Emperor card, and the 9 of Cups. Cap, missing you too. All right, not happy with how things turned out. I gave into temptation. And the South Node. So they're definitely paying the consequences right now, learning their lessons, all right? So it looks like a Capricorn really feeling it, really feeling the consequences. Looks like they really want to step up. They didn't honor their integrity, and they may have did or said something and really regretting it. Aquarius, 4 Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Aquarius really thinking hard about what they want. I think the world of you. All right. And you guys, your souls have returned to learn many lessons together. You know, 4 Cups, though, you know, they might be backing up a little bit. Aquarius giving themselves a little bit of space to really think about what they want. The 2 of Wands, they don't want to rush into things. But it does look like they're going to reach out to you. Pisces, Knight of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Four Swords. So I'm getting a Pisces has nothing but passion for you. All right. They care about you very much, right? The Queen of Pentacles right there in their feelings, feel stable with you, right? The Four Swords, though, tells me they just need a little bit of time to do their own thing. Pisces, it looks like I'm very passionate, very spontaneous. I want to go on a break. I want to have a vacation. It looks like you and Pisces have different energies here. So it's learning to work with each other. You are the person of my dreams, right? And you guys are discovering who you are through each other. So it's different energies, but definitely can sustain. And this one looks like it really could work itself out. So let's see, Aries through Pisces. I mean, yes or no? Yes or no for Taurus. This is my favorite part too. This is definitely my favorite part. I've tried doing, I did it once. I was just going to do this part, but it didn't work. So all right, yes or no for Taurus. Taurus, you got the Queen of Pentacles just fell out. You got a yes. You have Uranus, all right, which we'll be going back into Taurus too. And you have Virgo energy as well. So very grounded, stable energy. Taurus, you're showing up in your read. This is just, you know, you're grown, you're responsible. It could be just adapting and not being, you know, so adulting, right? But you got a yes to your question. And I got Four Swords here. So it's like, relax, relax. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you guys with Gemini. Hopefully you guys come hang out with me. Take care.